Well, hey y'all, welcome back to Life with Nana. I'm Nana and I'm so glad you're here today. Today we're going to be in the kitchen and I've already got started a little bit. We went out to one of our local farms here called Lou Allen's. And if you live anywhere near North Alabama, I suggest you go out there. They have such great produce and they have such beautiful flowers. It's just an amazing place. Beautiful people, wonderful, wonderful family operated farm, and we love to go out there every single year. So, what I've been doing this morning is cutting up strawberries, and I had a couple left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a strawberry pie like the one my mother would make. Now, my mom, she would have probably made her own crust, but I'm taking some help from the store today because I have another project that I really want to get to, and that is cleaning out that refrigerator back there. And I really kind of dread showing it to you because it is a mess and it needs to be cleaned out. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it together if I can figure out a way to get the camera where you can see. Uh, but this is what my mom would have used. This just glaze, ready to use glaze. And she would have used a regular crust or she would have made one. Okay, sorry about that. Had company come in for a little while. It was good to see my sister-in-law and I appreciate her coming by. So anyway, we are going to, as I was saying, we are going to do this the way my mom would have done it. Now, she would have just bought a regular graham cracker crust, but I thought chocolate would be good. And of course, you could do this completely by scratch, but I was feeling nostalgic today and I'm missing my mama. So I thought, when I saw these strawberries, I thought, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a strawberry pie like she would have. And I can't wait for the peaches to come in because I can't wait to show you her peach pie. It, so good. I just cannot wait to show it to you. So we're going to cut some of these up smaller and some of them we'll leave a little bigger. And we will then add the glaze to it, pour it in the pan, and that's all there is to that. And then you just put a little whipped topping on it, and so simple, so easy, but yet so good. We are going to get this going. And see how many it takes. And whatever's left over, if there's any left over, then I'll put them in the refrigerator and, like I said, have them with yogurt or whatever, and they'll be so good. So we're steadily moving along here on our little urban homestead. Um, got the garden in the ground, with the exception of the baby plants that we planted together. I had a hard time getting the seeds, and so I was a little late with some of the peppers and some of the tomatoes. But we have a long growing season here, so I don't think it's really going to matter that much if I can keep them alive between now and then. Right now, we're kind of going through what we call blackberry winter, and that's just when the blackberries start blooming. Every year it cools off. You know, there are several of these, like dogwood winter and different things. But right now, it's not cold, of course. It's just a little bit cool, and so I'm trying to decide. I have to ask Papa. He's the main gardener around here. If I need to move those baby plants in the inside, it's supposed to get down to I think about 47 or something like that. I don't think it'll hurt them, but I certainly don't want to lose them. You know how it is when you have worked hard trying to get something to grow. Right. Just a few more of these, and then we can get these in here. And we're going to get started on that refrigerator. And so I don't really like my refrigerator being in the corner. I really like for it to be, I would like it better if it was in the center, but this kitchen is not laid out that way. So it's in the corner. And I love the house. So we're going to, for now, we're going to live with the kitchen the way it is, because I am not going in debt to redo no kitchen. All right. Well, this is so super simple. I hate to even put it on here, but it is so good, and it does remind me of my mom so much. Every year, she made a couple of these. She would get strawberries, and then when peaches come in, she would always go get peaches. And she made them the most unique. I can't wait to share that one with you. It's more in-depth and more homemade than like this is, of course. This is just putting stuff together. But you know what? Sometimes this is all we need. And why not take the easy way sometimes, you know? And we're just going to stir this around. This looks so, so good. Y'all know Nana. Gotta have a taste. Right back to my mama's kitchen. That's what I love about doing these types of recipes, because I'm a sentimental person, and I know a lot of people aren't, but I am. I just love cooking the things that my mother cooked. I'm telling you what, sometimes the simplest things are just the best. So we're going to see how this goes. This makes me think of her so much. And I'll put this in the refrigerator out in the garage, since we're going to be working on the one in here, because this needs to chill. Isn't that beautiful? Now, wouldn't that be gorgeous to take to a church function, or take to a friend's house, or anything like that? It is beautiful. I love it. All right, we're just going to put the little top back on it. I got some more of these containers. I'm not sure they're going to work in the refrigerator, but we're going to see. Because it seems like things are getting shoved to the back, and you lose track of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the things out, and I'm just going to set them back over here where we were at a while ago. And then we'll go back and forth so that you can kind of see. But here it is. Now you can see there are condiments all in the door, and I need this door space for gallons of milk, tea, Papa drinks his cranberry juice. I drink my dark cherry juice, which is shoved in the back there somewhere, and I can't get to it. So that's what I want to do. I want to try to get the things that we need up front, and I want to try to get all this just kind of wiped down and cleaned up. So the first thing we're going to do is start clearing off shelves. Look at these wonderful waffles my mother-in-law made. Aren't these beautiful? Look at these things. I warmed 2 of these up today and had them for breakfast. Oh, so good. I appreciate her so much for doing that for me. Have a little bit of cornmeal in here. And here's, see, there's my dark cherry juice. And I need to see if I have room in my canister for the rest of this. If not, we need to find a container to put it in. See how, can you see how that is right there? That is hard to get in there because it's so tall. And that shelf won't adjust any higher. So we have our mayonnaise. I went ahead and bought 2 extra butters. They were a good price. So I got those the other day. And a lot of people say, well, what are you going to do with all that butter? Well, I use a lot of butter. And I'll put some of it in the freezer if it doesn't get rotated through pretty quickly. We have, I have a gallon of milk because the next video is going to be all about biscuits. We're going to be making a couple of different kinds of biscuits. And then I have my almond breeze milk. I use that in my smoothies sometimes, and I like to just have that around sometimes, just not all the time, but sometimes. All right, then we have whipping cream, and I think we've got 3 bottles of ranch dressing in there. That is not good. We have some cottage cheese. This is home rendered lard. I like to keep this in the refrigerator. We go through this pretty fast, but I find here in the South, it just doesn't stay the way I want it to. It can go rancid if you leave it sitting out. So I just put it in the refrigerator, and I don't have any problem with it doing it that way. Some yogurt. And then this is some goldenrod and lavender salve that I made. Again, I keep it in the refrigerator so that it doesn't go bad on me. And I like the smell of that. It smells really good and it's soothing. And I really do like that. All right, so butter. This is on the bottom here is leftover dinner from last night. And then I have a couple of boxes of sausage, breakfast sausage. We have eggs, and more eggs. But look at these. Look at these beautiful eggs. My mother-in-law gave these to me. A friend of hers shared with her, and so she shared with me. And I love them. Aren't they beautiful? I'll bet you that 1 or 2 of those are double yolks. Love that. More eggs. All of this up here is just things like pickles, and there's a jar of soup up there. There's a jar of partially eaten applesauce up there. All that stuff we need to start trying to use up. We have all kinds of salsa, pickles. This is some sweet pickle relish that I made. I hope if our garden does good this year, I'll get to make some more of that. I like that. This is garlic and honey, and I use this sometimes when I'm cooking, and sometimes if I'm not feeling too well, I will use that. But I mostly use it for cooking. It's really good on chicken. My goodness, how many pickles does 2 people need? And then this big huge tub of sour cream. I have some protein shakes that I like to use if I'm making a smoothie. And then, of course, down here we have cabbage. I'm going to be using that up here in the next day or 2. Some cheese and ham. More cheese. Oops. More veggies. cucumber, and some carrots. And then up here, this little drawer is a nuisance. So I'm gonna see, I think I can take it out, yep. So we're just gonna take that out. And I might be back, I don't know yet. But for now, it just has the different kinds of cheeses in there. But it's just not enough space here to put anything. And so, I don't know, this slides, I don't know, we'll see. All right, so let's get this part cleaned up. And I'm just going to spray it down with some of my homemade vinegar spray. The side of this door is awful. Get that cleaned up. It's little things like that that you don't notice when you're just in here doing. You know what I mean? You just don't notice those kinds of things. So, it's not too bad. And every time I do this, I say, I'm not going to let it get that way again. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I do that at least once a month. Do I do that? No. We have spicy brown mustard. We have some liquid aminos, maple syrup. I think that can go in there. What is this? This is buttermilk ranch, so that's a little different. Taco seasoning, some tartar sauce. This can easily be made. See, this is the kind of stuff I want to stop buying because this is an easy thing to make. There's no reason for me to buy this at the store. And then we've got some barbecue sauce and some honey mustard. Let's try to keep the mustards together. Ketchup. Minced garlic. We'll put that with something else. That'll fit right there. Let's make sure the door will close. Absolutely. And then we have a lot of our homemade jams. I have some store-bought jam. So we want to get all that together. So I want to put my milk there. I have 2 containers of milk. I want those to go in the door. A little bit of Ready Whip. Let's see if that'll go in there. That looks much better. All right, so let's see. We want our cherry juice and so we're going to put this up here with this. The cranberry and the black cherry both going up there. And then I'm going to close this. I'm going to get these out. And we will see what we can do with it here. I'm going to go ahead and put back the jellies and jams. They'll go in the door. And I'm going to go ahead and put my baking soda back in there because it's just for absorbing odors. And then we're going to take one of these. I'm going to see if I can get all the pickles and different things that are fermented and all that kind of stuff. And here, put that in there. All right. I'm not sure how well we're going to like it, having to get down one of these every time you want something. But we're going to give this a try because what we're doing now is not working. Everything's getting shoved in the back and it's just not working. So we're going to put like things together. And so I have my sour cream, cottage cheese, my yogurt, and cream cheese spread there. And let's see where the whipping cream can go. As low as that can go. That can go over there. And I got another jar of pickles here that I gotta do something with. You know, I don't really think that's going to be bad because it's not that heavy. And these have handles, so it's easier for me to get this down than dig around and try to put things out and set things out. I think it's actually going to work better for me. This may not work for you. This may not work for you at all. And if it doesn't, hey, got to find what works for you. So we're going to put the mayonnaise. Put that in here. I'm going to put my lard back in here. I have some Better Than Bouillon. This is going to be a random box because I can't get it all. Can't get everything that's just like in one box. It's just not going to work that way, I don't think. All right, so we got that one. All right. I like that so far. Now I have part of an onion that's cut up here. I have some just random things. We're just going to put these back in. The fruit that's been cut up, this is cantaloupe and these are strawberries. So they can go right there. That's going to be great. Got to find a good place for Papa's eggs because he likes his breakfast. So let's open that spot up. And I have here, that box is empty. I used to get on to my kids all the time for that, and then there I go doing it. All right, so we have butter. I'm going to go ahead and open this one. All right, so this is lunch for today. Let's see if we can condense any of these eggs. I'm not sure that we can. Nope, that one's full. That one is full. I think this one has one in it. So I'm just going to lay it up in that with the butter. The butter's going to go back right beside the eggs. I'm going to give you all a close-up shot when I get finished. My mother-in-law gave me some vegetable soup, so I had that. I'll have that for a lunch one day. Got these. Go down in there. Doesn't that look better already? I like it. Okay, so I have my veggie tray here, and I cleaned it out the other day, so I'm not going to worry so much about that today. But I like to keep my vegetables and cheese all right there. And then this drawer will probably be used for water. We'll probably just put water in there. And these can go right here and get them out of the way. Now, I know this is not going to work for everybody, but I think it's going to work better for me. And you'll just have to tell me how you do your refrigerator to keep it sorted and cleaned and everything the way you want it. But I like it. I think it's gonna do well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Going back with me, a little nostalgia run with my mom's strawberry pie. That's going to be so good. I can't wait to have a piece of that. And cleaning out this refrigerator. So don't forget to subscribe and comment and like and share. It really helps our channel grow, helps our community grow. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build a community of like-minded people. And I love each and every one of you. We've got some new subscribers, so welcome. I'm so thankful for you. I'm praying for every single one of you. And I just want to say that Nana loves you. And Nana is so, so proud of you. And that you always have a friend here. I'll see you on the next one.